Good evening. I'm your host with Shadowline News, bringing you comprehensive coverage of today's most significant developments across the globe. Tonight, we examine critical stories that demand your attention, from diplomatic tensions and healthcare accessibility to economic challenges and scientific losses. Let's begin. We start tonight with breaking developments in Washington, where a tragic incident at the Capitol Jewish Museum has sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles. Two Israeli embassy officials, Yoni Kalin and Kate Kalisher, lost their lives in what authorities are investigating as a targeted attack. The suspect was reportedly heard shouting political slogans during the incident, raising questions about the intersection of international tensions and domestic security. This tragedy occurs against the backdrop of ongoing discussions about Middle Eastern policy, with US Speaker Mike Johnson recently addressing the complex challenge of supporting both Israeli and Palestinian populations. The incident underscores the volatile nature of international relations and their potential to manifest in violence on American soil. Turning to healthcare, Australia's Therapeutic Goods Administration has approved Kisunla, a new Alzheimer's treatment from Eli Lilly, marking a significant but controversial development in dementia care. The drug, designed for patients with early-stage Alzheimer's and specific genetic profiles, comes with an $8,000 price tag that places it beyond reach for many families. This approval highlights the ongoing tension between medical innovation and healthcare accessibility. While the treatment offers hope for a select population, the cost barrier raises fundamental questions about equitable access to potentially life-changing therapies. Less than 20% of those who might benefit are expected to have access to this treatment. In Britain, new borrowing figures reveal the scale of fiscal pressure facing Chancellor Rachel Reeves and the UK government. April's borrowing reached £20 2 billion, exceeding last year's figures by £1 billion and surpassing official predictions. These numbers reflect the ongoing challenge of maintaining public services while managing substantial national debt. The figures underscore the delicate balance the Chancellor must strike between fiscal responsibility and the need to restore public services that have faced years of constrained funding. The economic pressures highlight broader questions about sustainable government financing in an era of increased public spending demands. From Kashmir, we are receiving reports of how ongoing India-Pakistan tensions continue to devastate the region's tourism industry. Once thriving waterways that brought families together for recreational activities now sit largely empty, as security concerns keep visitors away. The situation represents more than just economic loss. It reflects how geopolitical tensions filtered down to affect ordinary citizens whose livelihoods depend on peaceful conditions. Local communities find themselves caught between competing national interests, with their economic survival hanging in the balance. The international scientific community is mourning the loss of Li Chunqing, a respected researcher at Beihang University, who made significant contributions to radar technology research. Li's unexpected death has raised concerns within academic circles about the pressures facing researchers working in sensitive technological fields. His passing represents not just a personal tragedy, but a loss of expertise in critical areas of technological development. The circumstances surrounding his death have prompted discussions about the challenges faced by academics working at the intersection of civilian research and national security interests. Finally, New South Wales continues to grapple with severe flooding, with communities from Terry to Sydney experiencing significant disruption. The ongoing crisis has displaced families and caused substantial property damage, while raising questions about infrastructure preparedness and environmental policy responses. The flooding represents the latest in a series of extreme weather events affecting the region, prompting discussions about long-term adaptation strategies and the adequacy of current emergency response systems. These stories remind us of the interconnected nature of our global challenges, from diplomatic security to healthcare access, economic stability to environmental resilience. At Shadowline News, we remain committed to providing comprehensive coverage of the issues that shape our world. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll continue monitoring these developing stories and bring you updates as they unfold. This has been Shadowline News. Good evening.